Right now, we're going to focus on Georgia, where, again, early voting is kicking off tomorrow. NBC's Sahil Kapur is in Atlanta for us. So talk us through, I think, Sahil, the strategies here, right? They know how important these races are, both the Senate and the governor's race, right? What are the strategies that are critical right now when it comes to both the Senate race and the governor's race, specifically for the Democrats?
It's interesting, Yasmin. We are seeing two very different strategies from the Democrats at the top of the ticket in this crucial battleground state, Stacey Abrams and Raphael Warnock. Abrams, who is running for governor again after coming close but narrowly losing in 2018, is putting more of a focus on mobilization and organizing. Her theory of politics has been that there are large chunks of disaffected Americans in states like Georgia who don't typically vote but can be mobilized and inspired to vote and can power Democrats to victory. She is trying to do that by highlighting a populist progressive platform. Things like raising teacher pay, extending child care funding, affordable housing. Those are the kinds of issues that Stacey Abrams is running on, in that governor's race against Brian Kemp. Meanwhile, on the Senate side, the Democratic incumbent Raphael Warnock is putting more of an emphasis on persuasion. He's making direct appeals to those voters here in around the Atlanta suburbs who used to vote solidly Republican but have since been turned off by Donald Trump, have been more interested in voting for Democrats, but not solid Democrat either. One of the things that he was anticipating in the debate was for his Republican opponent, Herschel Walker, to attack him as a rubber stamp for President Biden. He was prepared to respond. I want to play what he had to say.
He not stood up to Biden. If he was standing up, he wouldn't have voted with him 96% of the time, which gave us an open border, which gave us high inflation, which gave us crime in the streets.
I've stood up to the Biden administration so that they could keep open this Combat Training Readiness Center, stood with our congressional delegation to do that. I've worked across the aisle time and time to get good things done for the people of Georgia. I will work with anyone and stand up against anybody I need to stand up against to get good things done for Georgia.
And specifically, Warnock went on to tout his partnership with the Republican Ted Cruz to build highways in the South. He mentioned his partnership with the Alabama Republican Tommy Tuberville to protect farmers in the South. This is the strategy that Raphael Warnock believes is going to power him to victory, keeping a hold on those crossover voters who used to support Republicans, recently, went from Trump to Biden in 2020 and are not really sure how they're going to vote this time around. Brian Kemp, the incumbent Republican governor, is making a similar play for that type of moderate independent voter. It's one of the reasons he appears to have a lead of about 5 to 6 points in the governor's race. That's going to be a crucial debate tomorrow between Kemp and Stacey Abrams. For Stacey Abrams in particular, if she wants to turn this around and give herself a good shot at victory, Yasmin.
Yeah, and we'll all be watching. Sahil Kapur, thank you.